The Italian Wine Podcast is introducing a new donation drive this month. It's called Why Am I a Fan? We are encouraging anyone who tunes in on a regular basis to send us your 10-second video on why you are a fan of our podcast network or a specific show. We will then share your thoughts with the world with the goal of garnering support for our donation drive. Italian Wine Podcast is a publicly funded, sponsor-driven enterprise that needs you in order to continue to receive awesome free wine edutainment 7 days a week. We are asking our listeners to donate to the Italian Wine Podcast by clicking either the GoFundMe link or the Patreon link found on ItalianWinePodcast.com. Remember, if you sign up as a monthly donor on our Patreon, we will send you a free IWP t-shirt and a copy of the Wine Democracy book, the newest Mama Jumbo Shrimp publication. Welcome to another episode of On the Road Edition, hosted by Stevie Kim. Each week, she travels to incredible wine destinations, interviewing some of the Italian wine scene's most interesting personalities, talking about wines, the foods, as well as the incredible travel destinations.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Stevie Kim, and this is the Italian Wine Podcast On the Road Edition. Of course, distributed through Mama Jumbo Shrimp, our sister channel, YouTube channel as well. Today, we are at the very, very end of our stay in Umbria. We've been here for the past couple of days. And today, we are visiting a fairly new winery. It's called Argillae, which is Latin for
clay.
Clay, exactly. And we are here with Giulia Di Cosimo. She is a young wine producer. So we'll have just a casual conversation with her today and to learn a little bit more about her wines. We'll be tasting 3 wines, but first of all, tell us a little bit about your company.
My background is in the spirits. Actually, my family produced grappa, spirits, alcohol. And then at the end of the career, my grandfather wanted to invest also in the wine business. He fell in love with Umbria, with this place, and indeed opened one of the biggest distillery we have in Italy nowadays, which is Bonollo. They're based in the south of Rome, in Anagni. And then we have another plant in Torretta di Siena, in Tuscany.
Okay, and then when did the Argillae start?
Argillae started as an hobby and then turned into a business because the distillery starts when the wine finishes. So basically, my grandfather went all his life around for buying the pomas. Mm-hmm. Pomas are the leftovers of the winemaking, vinaccia in Italiano. So at the end of his career, he said, okay, I want my cellar too, and started the Argillae project.
All right, so let's taste some wines. What are we starting with? We have 3 wines. How many wines do you produce together?
7 in total.
7 in total. So we'll be tasting 3 of the wines today. And why did you choose these 3 wines?
I chose 3 white wines. The focus of the cellar, we are in Orvieto, is white wine production. Actually, 90% of our production is white wines, 10% is red. I put a piece of our soil here. As you can see, it's mostly clay and with a lot of fossils and shellfish and provide minerality to the wine. And as a wine to start, I choose the Grechetto.
Okay.
Grechetto is one of the most important white grape we have in Umbria. It's spread all over Umbria. Actually, we have in the vineyards both clones, Grechetto di Todi and Grechetto d'Orvieto, and we blend it together. We are at the border here of 3 regions. The border with Tuscany. In the east part, we have the inner part of Umbria. In the south, we have the Lazio region.
Okay, let's taste this wine. Tell me a little bit about this wine. So this is?
2021, Grechetto. It is the current vintage. This one is made entirely in stainless steel. So no oak, no barrel. Grechetto is a kind of white wine with a sour of red grapes. What I mean with that is the tannin. This is called almond taste and is typical of Grechetto. If you see the analysis of Grechetto, they are pretty much interesting because the level of tannins is huge and it recalls more the red wines rather than the white. So having a white wine able to be paired also with meat because of the level of tannins is very, very important for us. Tannins help in preserving the wines.
So this is 100% Grechetto?
This is 100% Grechetto, exactly.
And alcohol?
13.5.
13.5? Yeah. Wow. In total, how many? You have 7 labels. How many?
98,000.
This is 10,000.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
The second one I choose is an Orvieto Classico Superiore, Panata. It's the most important Orvieto we produce. It's a selection wine. What I mean with selection wine is that we have full selection processes in the vineyards, which are the green pruning, the green harvest, the harvest by hand, and the selection of the berries here. And this is the reason why we produce only 6,000 bottles of this wine, and that's it. It's a blend of Grechetto, Trebbiano, and Chardonnay. The fermentation is partially in stainless steel, partially in oak, and then the wine rests in the glass approximately 12 months. So we are now appreciating a 2020 as a vintage. So if you compare with the previous one, in this case we have a much broader bouquet, much more complexity for these wines. We don't want a big nose. We want a lot of finesse, a lot of elegance, coherence between nose and mouth, a long aftertaste.
Are you enjoying this podcast? Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel, Mama Jumbo Shrimp, for fascinating videos covering Stevie Kim and her travels across Italy and beyond, meeting winemakers, eating local foods, and taking in the scenery. Now, back to the show.
So what kind of food would you pair with this wine?
Mainly local food. It is perfect also for a fish-based cuisine, no problem. It's very versatile. I mean, it's like perfect for a fish, but also vegetable pasta.
But what about international cuisine? What would you, how would you pair this wine?
For sure, if I think international cuisine, I would say fish-based cuisine. Probably I will not go for a raw fish like Japanese or sushi, maybe, because raw fish is very delicate, and this is a white wine with a structure. I would say more for a wok, like soup, vegetable soup, meat soup.
All right.
And then the last one is the Primo d'Amphorae. Primo d'Amphorae is a new project of a cellar. It's a wine which is entirely made in amphora. And these amphorae are made with our clay. And we are very proud of, because we can say that our wine comes back in its own terroir. What about Primo d'Amphorae? Primo d'Amphorae is the first wine entirely made in amphora for our company. It's a blend of Grechetto, Malvasia, and Drupeggio. Drupeggio is Umbrian name for Canaiolo Bianco. So all of them are local grapes, as you can see. The quantity is very little. We have just 3 amphora, and out of the 3 amphora, we have less than 2,000 bottles. Each one is numbered by hand. As you can see, this wine 2018 is a baby. It's really, really young. It's a 4-year-old white wine. You can see from the color, very light and still bright.
How long can this wine age?
We started in 2016, so we don't have a big history to prove. But we expect as a minimum 15 years as a capability to face the time.
Do you have any old vintages?
The oldest vintage we have for the YC 2011. The Grechetto is still very nice, still perfect. The Orvieto from time to time depends on, because we use a lot of aromatic varieties for the entry level, not for this one. So it's a little bit more different. For the Panata, instead, we started back 8 years ago. So still, even for the Panata, we don't have a big history to prove the capability over time. But we are working for facing the time. One important thing I want to tell you about the name Panata is that Panata in the Middle Ages was just not the name of the carafe, was also a measure of consumption. 1 liter of wine, 1 soup, and 1 baguette.
And I know your husband has a trattoria?
Trattoria
Orvieto.
in Orvieto, sì.
So you know a lot about food culture. Give us a kind of a very short lesson on Umbrian cuisine.
Umbrian cuisine is basically a meat-based cuisine with a clear focus on hunting.
Listen, you know, right now, I've spoken to some of the wineries. They are very concerned about the future of wine. A lot of them are or either already organic or turning organic. Are you interested in becoming organic at all, or is this not something important for you?
It's very important. We are now nel sistema integrato, SQNP, so it's an integrated system, and we're turning into organic. This is the first year of conversion. even though I think that the future is much more than the organic.
What do you mean by that?
I mean that, in my opinion, the future is to produce wine without anything, without chemicals, without copper, without sulfur, without anything of that.
So there's this big debate, between organic, natural wine. So where are you in this big discussion? How do you feel about, when people are talking about sustainability?
For me, sustainability is an overall approach. What I mean with that is that you cannot be sustainable just in a vineyard and maybe differentiate your trash at home. So sustainability is a mindset, a way of living. As for example, here I try many things in order to reach sustainability. How we choose the glass, the bottle, for example, it's a light glass. The cardboard box, the papers we use, everything is recycled paper. So I think there are many things that you have to undertake in order to reach sustainability. It's not just in the field. And each year I try to add something in order to be more respectful of the environment, try my little.
What are the challenges, the most difficult challenges that you see in front of you within the next 2-3 years?
There are many, but I think the one that worries me the most is the climate changing. How to save water, how to handle the vineyards in order to create a more fresh environment close to the vines. This kind of challenge we have to face.
Okay. All right. You guys come and visit Argillae. That's in Umbria.
Chin chin.
Chin chin. And it's a wrap. Cheers.
Chin chin. Cheers.
Listen to the Italian Wine Podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We're on SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Himalaya FM, and more. Don't forget to subscribe and rate the show. If you enjoy listening, please consider donating through ItalianWinePodcast.com. Any amount helps cover equipment, production, and publication costs. Until next time, chin chin.